What's up, guys? Day 157, I think. Today was pretty cool. I worked on music today, and it went amazing. It went very well. I can't lie. Today, I mean, things were going cool, but then I came across this video. I don't know. I kind of found it scary because I related to everything. Pretty much everything that the guy talked about, that the guy covered. You know what I'm saying? The video was basically, it was a guy. We're close in age, I believe. Uh, you know, talking about I think the video was titled something about the delusion of success, of becoming successful. I don't know. But from the title, I thought it was, I don't know, I thought it was gonna be like an optimistic video. I can't lie. I thought it was gonna be one of those things where you have to be delusional. You're chasing something rare. Of course, no one's gonna support you because they don't see themselves accomplishing anything great like that. So of course they're gonna put you down. I thought it was gonna be covered those kind of cliche points. I thought it was gonna touch those points, but it was actually I was met with the opposite. Actually, I don't know. It was the guy. He was literally saying that he feels him being successful is him being deluded, and he kind of accepted the fact. For him, he said that he doesn't think he can't see himself. He's always seen himself as becoming a successful artist. Like I think in some way, shape, or form. I think first he wanted to do. I think he wanted to do music at a point. Then he wants to like direct a film. But then he also wants to draw. And he was saying, and he just concluded that he doesn't think he will get it. That caught me off guard, yeah. But obviously I kept listening. I wanted to hear him out, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to kind of see how he came to that conclusion, you know. And the reason it scared me is because so many of the points he made, yeah, that led him to that conclusion. I think it was most of the points, if not most of the points, all of the points. I think, yeah. That was scary to me because the whole point of this channel is to kind of document my journey to success. And to be honest, I shouldn't really be letting somebody else's perspective affect mine. Really and truly, like, I shouldn't. But it just had my wheels turning. It just had me thinking, He feels the game of success is like rigged, the whole rat race. He feels everyone who's successful benefit from some sort of nepotism in some way, shape, or form. And that it's all about who is kind of rigged. He feels it's rigged, and if not rigged, it's based on luck. And I think in one of his other videos, he feels he came to the conclusion, that God, yeah, some people he made winners and some people he made losers. That he feels he has to have balance in this life anyway. there's heaven and hell. There's good days, there's bad days. He felt that hey, he feels God is pre-written it and said, hey, some people are winners, some people are losers, and he feels that he's in his story. He's accepted that he feels he's a loser. You know what I'm saying? Um, Another point he made, he touched on the fact that he's been wanting to be a successful artist for so long, and he doesn't even. It's been years he talks about daydreaming. He talks about daydreaming in particular, how he's had a hard time in school. Same to me. I had a lot. I had situations in school. School was a difficult time. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he talked about how daydream was his escape, and it's the same with me. If I never had those situations where I felt, what's the word for being left out? There's a word for it, but for some reason I can't. It's not coming to me right now. He felt, because I've also reflected on this, that if I didn't have the time I had in school, or not even just in school, but just in my life, yeah, where you feel alone and you kind of get, what's the word, ostracized? I don't know. And you kind of get, whether it's you kind of get excluded. You don't get reactions you want necessarily. Like for example, me in my experience, I'm gonna get a little bit vulnerable, fam. For some reason, for a big part of push in my life, yeah, I've encountered people who just didn't like me for no reason. I ain't done anything to these people. I haven't even said much of a word to these people. Some of these people I've never even known their name, right? And they'll just have an issue with me, right? And that issue could be expressed through several ways. It could be expressed through them taunting me, laughing and gossiping about me, or just straight up violating me and coming up to me and confronting me and trying to start something. So when you kind of go through that, you have no choice but to kind of turn within, you know what I'm saying? To turn within. And you kind of create your own world. He talked about how another thing I related to, he talked about how he created these stories, and it's the same with me. My daydreams are so vivid, it's second nature at this point. Like at first, daydreaming for me, I think it was just like a thing where, okay, cool, these guys, they say this about me, they do this about me, whatever the case may be. Calm, say no more. I'm gonna prove them wrong, right? That's how it started. But I later found out, and I was like, it's become an escape for me. The reason I say that is because it's been I've known I wanted to do music since. I mean, I think the first time I ever felt, yeah, I want to do music was from young. I think I was young. My mom has this Michael Jackson DVD, and then we watched it with her. And from there, I feel like I felt I can do that. I can become a big musician like that. But obviously, I was very young then. I wasn't even 10. I don't think I was even 8 at that point, right? So I felt that. No, then time went on. I think at the point I accepted, I want to do music. I want to become the biggest musician, the best musician, whatever the case may be. The point I accepted that and said this is what I want to do was I was around the age, I think 14. 14, yeah, 14 years old. That was the age I decided, yeah, I'm going to go for this music. I decided that's what I want to do in my head. You know what I'm saying? I didn't at the time. I wasn't really making any steps towards it. I did have a little YouTube channel I was doing on the side. I was hoping that would blow up. Then I'll take the next step and then get into music. But I wasn't really working towards it. I wasn't really recording music around that time. Obviously, because like growing up with African black parents, music isn't necessarily a thing that they accept as a career if you tell them that's what you want to do, especially at a young age. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's when I decided that, right? And that's when, of course, the vivid daydreams of me becoming the huge artist, successful artist, performing, making music videos, I had little melodies and raps I had in my head. It all started then. It was birthed around that time at the age of 14, right? Anyone who's been following my channel knows less than a month ago, I just turned 23. That is 9 years, or is it gonna be 9 years? But because I don't know the exact time I decided in it, but then that's 9 years, and I don't have anything to show for my. I say I want to do music, but I don't have anything to show for it. Like even when someone asked me, yo, like someone even commented the other day, yo, um, where can I find your songs? Let's work. I even felt a bit embarrassed to the point where it's like, yeah, I haven't got any out yet. I haven't got any music out yet. But I'm down to work. I'm still working on some music. And it's crazy because I created this channel because for that whole point to document my journey. Right? And I'm how many days in? 150 something days in. Well, 157 days in, I think now. That's crazy. I still haven't released a song. And so the guy mentioned that he talked about how right now I think at this point at this point of his life, I think he wants to draw. And he talked about how he hasn't drawn since March. And then I don't know how long he's been drawing for, but he feels his drawings aren't good. So he feels it doesn't make sense. It feels like it doesn't make sense for him to see himself as becoming this huge, this successful artist when one, he has nothing to show for it, and two, if he's trash at it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then because I was like, bro, where's my music? Bro, the only song I have out ever is not even, but it's privated now. When I was doing my YouTube thing, back when I was 14 or 15, whatever age I released it, I released a diss track on my boy. That was the last. I know even just that. You know, like no, that was it. That's the only song I've ever put out in my life, like officially. But yeah, and I don't know, bro. I just found that scary because the fact that it's been like 9 years since I fully accepted I want to become a musician, and I haven't even released a song yet. And the fact that this is all I think about, this is all I talk about. That's when I felt okay. It's daydreaming and it's become an escape. That's when I felt I came to that conclusion because there was no plan involved for the most part. I wasn't working towards it in real life. As you guys know, anyone who's been following the channel, I was in uni for 4 years recently. Initially, before I went into uni, I told myself, hey yo, when I go into uni, yeah, I'm gonna do my course, but on the side, whenever on my free time, I'm going to work on my music. I'm going to work on my career. The whole 4 years went by, I didn't do anything. There was days where I told myself, yo, okay, cool, let me work towards my career. Right, let me write some songs. Let me find a couple beats, let me record. But I didn't do anything. Maybe if it was one day, it won't carry over to the next day. It would just be that one day. You know what I'm saying? And 4 years went by. The reason I'm kind of feel like I'm doing something now, like starting this channel and all that, and actually trying to avidly work towards this, because I have no option. I finished uni, but I have a degree that I don't want to do. Software engineering, I don't want to become a software engineer. I don't care what nobody says. Cool, I could go get a job in software engineering, right? But that's not what I want to do. And I know myself, bro. Like I said before, software engineering is a good job. It pays well, cool, but it's not what I want to do. Sitting at a desk, coding, especially me. It's the complete opposite to what I imagine my life to be. I imagine the fast life. Not even just that, that's a big part of that is because we live in an area where it's not people got it rough out here, man. People got it rough. We live in the ends. We struggled for our life, like me and my family. So me naturally, what am I looking up to? I'm looking up to these artists that I listen to. It could be a rapper, it could be an R&B singer, whatever the case. These successful top musicians. I'm looking at their lives. I'm like, yo, look at that. I want to live like that. Also, as a software engineer, you're not living like that. Let's be real. For the most part, at least. I don't know anyone who is living like that. But as a software engineer, man, I don't want to deal with the whole monotonous lifestyle. Boss telling me what to do. I'm getting, or even if I'm working at home, yeah. Even though it's better than going to the office or wherever the case may be. I just don't want to get up coding. But I did that for uni, especially my last year. I realized, and I was someone who loved coding. I started to detest it. I started to just detest coding and programming, bro. I just detested it. I was like, no way, bro. I'm not doing this as a career. Sorry. Cool, they pay well. That's selling your soul. I don't care how well they pay. If it's something I don't want to do, you're selling your soul. But yeah, man. So then, that's really why. Because I'm kind of on. I have no choice now. My back is against the wall. I gotta move forward. I finished uni officially. When I graduate? I graduated around June or July. Yeah, I graduated around June or July. And I think that's when I started this channel. Around that time, I think July. July is when I started this channel. Or June, one of them, I don't know. But I know it was in the summer. So, and I started it because I know about option. Which I do feel is good for me. Because if I did get a job, yeah, let's say I started to apply for jobs and I got one. I would tell myself, okay, cool, after my job, I'll come home and work on my music. I'll do my music as a side hustle. But that's the exact thing I told myself going into uni. When I was in uni, did I work towards it? No, I wasted the whole 4 years. I didn't work on any music. I didn't do any channel. I didn't do none of that. So for me to say, if I'm going to work, and what's different with work is you're getting money from work. So that'll be an even bigger incentive for me not to pursue anything else, because I'll feel I'll be comfortable that I'm getting some bread. Especially if they pay well. If niggas are making 100K a year as a software engineer, if I'm getting paid well, I know I'll feel complacent. I know I will. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me being honest. That's just me being truthful with myself. That's not saying I can't change it. Everyone can change, but that's why I haven't forced myself to get a job around this time. That's why I've kind of forced myself to be in an uncomfortable situation. And I do feel now I've made some things move and shake. I'm making some bread on the side. I had no source of income before. I was just a uni student. But ever since I've been pushed to the edge, whatever the case may be, I was able, I've been progressing. Even this channel is something. Before, I've been planning to do a channel of some sort. Even this has been my mind for a minute. This kind of channel to document my journey to becoming the greatest musician ever. The fact that I've actually started that is a good thing. So I can't think of all the bad things that I haven't. Think of all the things that I failed to do. You know what I'm saying? When there's some things that I'm actually cool. But yeah, back to the video. The fact, and then I could empathize with the guy because I was like, damn, I relate to everything this guy's talking about, bro. But a part of it I really didn't want to accept. Or let me say I refused to accept. And I'm choosing to refuse to accept. I really do believe one can become successful without any sort of connection, without any sort of family connection. I do think so, bro. I don't know, because I haven't researched everybody. But I feel like I can name a lot of artists who don't necessarily have a connection in the music industry. Well, before they blew up, who didn't really have all that. They were just a brother from the hood trying to make it. And I see myself in that because that's literally what I'm doing right now. That's literally what I'm doing. That's literally who I am right now. Like, okay, for example, Young Boy. I don't know if Young Boy has connections. I don't know. Does Kodak have connections? I don't know. If they do, I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. Because if I start to hear that the people I thought had no connections have connections, that's not going to be good for my mind. You know what I'm saying? But I truly do think it's possible, bro. Hence why I have this channel. But after I saw that video, I felt, I think I kind of have to test this out. For real this time. I've been saying I'm going to go all in. I've done that. I think I've said that several times during this channel journey, whatever the case may be. I keep saying that. I stop saying that. I keep saying that, oh yeah, I'm going to lock in. I'm locking in now. I keep shaving my head. And nothing comes from it. It's for my birthday. Last time I did it was for my birthday. But after seeing the guy's video, I have to. Because the whole reason I made the channel was to show people. Also, one for myself, just to track it, but also just to show people that I truly do think it's possible to go from 0 to 100, you know what I'm saying? From 0 to hero. I do think it's possible, fam. I do think it's possible, really. Really and truly. I truly believe I think it's possible. But then it's like I say that in one breath, but it takes me, if I really thought it's possible, why haven't I released a song yet? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I think that's all I have to say, really. I've just decided that today I'm really gonna, from now on, I might shave my head again. So if I pop up next video tomorrow with a bald head again, or with a shaved head again, a scalped head, mind your business. This will be the last time I do it. But yeah, I've decided I'm really gonna go all in now. Stop focusing on other people's lives. Focus on my life. Man, these niggas don't know you. Like, bro, I'm focusing on all these guys' lives who they're doing well. I spend so much of my day focusing on them. Look what this guy did. Look what that guy did. Look what she did. Yeah. I'm tired, my bad. But, bro, I have to. I have no choice, bro. I have no choice. I gotta go all in. And me, I've said that before, so I have to really make sure I will act on it. You know what I'm saying? So here's my Bible. Now I'm not really someone who likes to put things on God or on the Bible, whatever the case may be, but I'm gonna do it for this. For this, I do think it will help me to carry out what I've said or fulfill my promise. On the Bible, I swear on the Bible, this will be the last time for now where I shave my head for the purpose of um, um, restarting and chasing my music career. I also swear on the Bible, I swear to God, I don't like doing this, but I have to do it. I feel like I have to do it, especially if it's on camera. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I'll listen to myself, I think. Because anyway, let me finish it. That I will, from today onwards, I'll make my own life a priority, my own career a priority. My hand is still on it. Okay. My own life priority, my own career is a priority. And I will do whatever it takes to achieve my goals and my dreams. Now I had to do that because for me, I feel it's not something I do, but I have to. Especially if it's on camera, it's documented. I have to fulfill that promise. Especially if I feel like I've done it, I've promised it to God. You know what I'm saying? If I promise somebody else, if I break it, it's okay. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But if I feel like I've broken a promise to God and it's on camera, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's all I have to say. Really. Because I'm tired of living a life that I don't think that I feel that I no, that I think that I don't think I deserve, or that I just know I'm better. Like I'm worth more than that life, bro. Call it egotistical, call it arrogant, call it what you want, bro. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's like so. It's only one way. It's only one way. I will be successful. Everyone will see there's nothing, no. I had no connection to the industry in terms of family. Like, I didn't have any family ties to there's none of that. So if I make it, that's the thing. Because I know once I've made it, yeah, nobody could say anything. Once I've made it and it's documented, nobody can tell me anything. Nobody. Nobody can even say, I'm tired, I can't lie. So I think if I do stuff, please don't mind me. I've been tired. But yeah, I think that's all I got to say. I'm going all in now. It's on flipping camera. I swore on the flipping Bible, and I swore to God. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lord, forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really condoning of that, but yeah. If you're interested, stay tuned for this journey. Because when I become successful, I know you want to become successful too. Anyway, that's all I got to say for today. I'm tired, I can't lie. I think I was just about to do something. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And thank you for listening. If you're interested in seeing this journey, please stay tuned. I will be successful. I will become the greatest artist of all time. Thank you. See you guys tomorrow.